And now, WWE presents Fatal 4-Way.
Hello everybody and welcome back to WWE Universe. My name is Jitch and this is Fatal 4-Way. As you just saw, pretty shocking development happened backstage before tonight's show. The US Championship, which was vacated on Raw this past Monday when the champion Ezekiel Jackson suffered an injury in his match against Team DZ, Dolph Ziggler and Daniel Bryan, has led him to be pulled from tonight's match. And it was announced that the replacement for Ezekiel Jackson would be a member of the Powerhouse who would step up tonight and compete in this Fatal 4-Way match in Jackson's place. They'd be the ones given the honor of holding the US title to the match and everything. And obviously they'd have their right to compete for it.
And introducing the challenger from Pasadena, California, weighing 367 pounds, Brodus.
But plans for the Powerhouse seem to have fallen through a little bit as Vladimir Kozlov on his way to the ring tonight was attacked by someone speeding the hell out of the arena in a car. I don't know who that could have been. There was absolutely no way of seeing into the car, but Vladimir Kozlov has been attacked and has been rushed to the nearest medical facility. He will not be competing tonight. And Mason Ryan, who McMahon had then gone to be the man to compete in tonight's US Championship matches. It was originally supposed to be Vladimir Kozlov. As a former hardcore champion, McMahon felt he could trust Kozlov to keep the US Championship within the Powerhouse. As he went to find Mason Ryan was already taken out in the back. We don't know what happened to him. He's also getting medical attention.
From Aberdeen, Washington, weighing 192 pounds, Daniel Bryan.
Obviously, McMahon has picked his top suspects as Dolph Ziggler and Daniel Bryan, or CM Punk and Kane, any one of those four. And punishments will apparently happen on Raw. But tonight McMahon is out of the building. He has not even bothered to choose someone to replace. He's asked what's going to happen with the US Championship match. He doesn't give a damn. He's out of here. So I don't really know what the plan is. Okay. Well, now this is an interesting development. Apparently we were told that Kozlov was actually, he was responsible for the United States Championship. It was supposed to be in his possession, but it seems like Cody had no problem finding it. Well, that's definitely an interesting little development there. McMahon did not hand the title to anyone. He had no intentions of even really carrying on with this match, but it was set to kick off Fatal 4-Way. We know that the Legacy are McMahon's boys, so I don't know what to really... if there is anything to interpret from this, really. And Cody Rhodes has decided maybe to step up for McMahon and compete in this match, but I don't know how he managed to find the United States Championship. So, let it be known that Cody Rhodes is not historically a United States champion. It's just that I can't vacate the belt, so someone had to come out in it. So Cody Rhodes, he was just given the privilege of being the man to carry the championship to the ring. He is not officially the United States champion. He's got to win this match if he wants to be named champion. This is an elimination Fatal 4-Way, as all four of tonight's Fatal 4-Way matches are going to be. We've also got a tag team championship match put in the Mizfits. Alex Riley and Zack Ryder up against the champions, the Altitude Alliance, after the Mizfits won a tournament to become the contenders for the tag team championships. And we've got the number one contender for the Divas Championship, Maryse, who will be going... the number one contender, the Divas Champion, Maryse, Natalya, who will be finally getting the opportunity tonight after she won her contendership quite a few weeks back against Beth Phoenix, I believe, and a few others. Maryse trying her best to keep the only championship that's in the Mizfits, and of course, as you see there, Daniel Bryan and Dolph Ziggler, they are going to have to tie up at some point in tonight's match. They may have each other's backs dealing with Brodus Clay and Cody Rhodes, but when it comes down to it, I think they're going to need to have each other's backs as the show goes on. I just woke up. I'll be honest. They're gonna have to go against each other as the show goes on, as women say, not have each other's backs twice.
Michael, just tell me once and for all, why do you not like Daniel Bryan? Because he's
But yeah, this is a big time elimination fatal 4-way.
Once again, the United States Championship is
I find it very interesting, the targeted attack on the powerhouse. I don't know who would have been responsible for that.
That hand had a lot of force behind it. That was an impressive suplex.
Man, as we said before though, he'll get to the bottom of it Monday on Raw, tomorrow night. Right now he's rushed out to the hospital with them to make sure that they're okay. Interesting the amount of a damn that McMahon gives about Mason Ryan and Vladimir Kozlov. So much so that he ain't even going to be here for the rest of his own damn show.
He rolled the dice. And did it pay off or what?
Kind of. His head hit his head.
Okay, think about the number of WWE Hall of Famers that have held the United States Championship.
It'll be real interesting to see who comes out of this one, the new United States Champion. This will be, what, the 7th ever US Champion. Ezekiel Jackson was actually starting to really put that title a little bit more on the map, but obviously that ain't going to be a thing. We don't know when Jackson's going to be back. The doctors are saying that it could be a permanent injury, and he could just be gone from here on out. His contract was up next year, so who knows? Maybe we've seen the last of Ezekiel Jackson. That's definitely not a bad way to go out, if so.
Again, this one's about the United
Trying to do
States
team moves with Bryan, but I don't actually think they've got any. Notice that Cody Rhodes brought a steel chair into the match. We've got another 3 more Fatal 4-Way matches, all elimination style, coming up as the show goes on. The Women's Championship on the line as Trish Stratus, Kharma, and Michelle McCool challenge Tiny Shiny, which will be her first appearance since winning the Women's Championship. We've also got 2 World Championship 4-Ways coming up. The World Heavyweight Championship will be the first of the 2, and it will feature the World Heavyweight Champion Jack Swagger defending against Kevin Nash, Batista, and Randy Orton, which is really not a very favorable match for
total destruction. He might not know where he is right now.
Will really not be a very favorable match for Jack Swagger trying to keep his title. Oh, okay, you can team with Cody, just not your own tag team partner. Well, that's good to know. Brodus Clay, I'd say, definitely poses a very big threat to everyone in this match. He's the only big man in the match, which definitely factors. It's kind of like the opposite of the 4-way match we've got coming up later on tonight. I'd call Randy one bit of a big man. He may not have the biggest physique compared to Kevin Nash and Batista, but he's definitely a bigger man than Jack Swagger, I'd say. And that's going to be a really big World Heavyweight Championship 4-way match. And of course, we've also got coming up in our main event the WWE Championship on the line as John Cena defends against the former champion Christian, the very top of top contenders Stone Cold Steve Austin and The Miz, who managed to weasel his way in off of The Undertaker's injury, and then getting The Rock disqualified in a replacement match to find his way into that 4-way.
He doesn't go high risk often, but when he does, he's effective. Oh no! You can see the pain shoot through this superstar's body off that slam. Uh-oh, Daniel Bryan's all business.
I respect that Team DZ are just two wrestlers, 2 motivated wrestlers who are willing to beat the hell out of each other with the titles on the line, regardless of the fact that they are tag team partners.
Just twisting the neck in a sickening
Respect
way.
that. Dolph Ziggler doing everything in his power to try and make sure that Brodus is the first guy to go in this match.
The damage has definitely been
Daniel
done.
Bryan's not looking to be in a very good state though.
What's he gonna do here? This could be bad.
Dolph Ziggler wins tonight. He'll be the first ever 2-time United States Champion, so there's a little bit more at stake for him. He's also been saying that he wants to be the man to bring prestige to the US Championship and put it back on the map.
Nobody wants to lose this opportunity.
Right now it's Cody Rhodes that's the only guy standing. Cody Rhodes, since returning with this facially reconstructive mask, has been a very different guy. He's not really been associated with the legacy very tightly. He's not really done a whole lot of anything other than lose. Picked up his first ever victory this season. This past Monday on Raw, when he teamed with Ted and his leader Randy Orton to beat the World Heavyweight Champion Jack Swagger and the Hardcore Champion William Regal. That Hardcore title's got to be defended soon, so I'm hoping that there's going to be some votes in.
Watch it. What strength, fighting his way out.
I think that's the only problem with Team DZ is that they formed their alliance, their tag team. It came about in a way that I think was very risky. They won a qualifying match for this match tonight together. It was a tag team match. They won it, and that was it. That was all it took for these guys to become a tag team. But the thing is, this match was already set in stone. They already knew they were going to be facing each other.
With the championship at stake, you know
Dolph Ziggler is determined to eliminate Brodus Clay. He wants to get the big threat out first. That could do it. Zigzag on a steel chair, no less. Brodus is laying on that steel chair. Yeah, I think that's enough to take Brodus out. Brodus Clay finds himself eliminated from this elimination fatal 4-way. Got there eventually. What the I didn't press a pin button at all. I pressed A. And now we got ourselves a triple threat at hand. Cody Rhodes has got to fend off Team DZ on his own. All three seem to be pretty hurt at this point.
Ziggler has a very high IQ. He has a pre-law background. Quickly into the
cover on his own partner Bryan. Is that going to be enough? Yes. We're down to Dolph Ziggler and Cody Rhodes.
Oh, I think I see. Yep, he's been busted open. Oh, hang on.
Crossroads.
Thanks for coming.
But he picks him up. Of course he does. Of course he picks him up. You wouldn't go for a pin off of a Crossroads, would you? Oh, geez, suplex onto a chair. That's a good finish. Imagine trying to go for a pin off of that. That'd be pretty cool. Drop kick onto the same chair. Imagine that you got up and then you went for a pin. That would be very smart, wouldn't it? Yeah. Too smart for Cody Rhodes, but it would be very smart.
Thoughts creep in of what do I have to do to put this match to rest? And I don't know. I don't know as a WWE superstar if you ever have those thoughts of self-doubt.
Well, Dolph Ziggler seems to be in trouble now. Maybe he shouldn't have eliminated Daniel Bryan. That seems to have... what the hell? Okay. Seems to have cost him his only ally in this match.
But man, this has been physical.
Cody is all over Dolph. Well, I'm glad Cody knows what he's doing right now. I have no clue. Dolph given enough time to recover a little bit. We've now come down to a one-on-one match for the United States Championship. There you go. Backdrop onto the steel chair. Oh, jeez. Well, anything's legal in a four-way match. Kind of amazed that Brodus Clay was the first to be eliminated from this match. And Daniel Bryan really didn't last much longer.
Cody hoisted him up.
Alabama Slam.
Alabama Slammer. Great move there by
Slammer. And a second Crossroads for good measure. Maybe he'll pin off of this one. That's a good choice, Cody. Well done.
1, 2,
and there you go. The guy that wasn't even supposed to be in the match is officially the United States Champion.
There is your winner, and still the United States Champion, Cody Rhodes.
Wow, what a
Well,
match.
not really sure how this development came to be, but Cody Rhodes, who wasn't supposed to be in it and pretty much only got in because of a freak accident with, well, it definitely wasn't an accident, but a targeted attack on Vladimir Kozlov and Mason Ryan, finds himself with the United States Championship. The expense of Ezekiel Jackson, Mason Ryan, and Vladimir Kozlov. McMahon, I suppose you will be pleased. Oh no, not again. Ring escape. Press the ring escape. It's not doing anything. Escape the ring. Not Dolph too. God damn it. Well, as if this comes as any surprise, the doctors have confirmed that Dolph Ziggler is also now out with an injury, and again, it's really hard to detect when he'll be back or how severe the injury is. So there is no actual estimation on when Dolph Ziggler will return, but that is now 2 superstars we have lost on Raw to an injury and 1 on SmackDown. The rosters are thinning down a little bit at the moment. I don't really know where all these injuries are coming from. We've got a lot of freak accidents happening at the moment, I suppose.
This contest is for the Divas Championship. Accompanied by the Glamazon, Beth Phoenix. Introducing the challenger from Calgary, Alberta, Canada, Natalya.
Well, Natalya, coming out tonight, is going to be challenging for the Divas Championship and possibly getting injured at this rate. She's going to go on against Maryse. She's decided to bring a tag team partner, Beth Phoenix, to ringside, which really isn't a bad idea. Better safe than sorry, they always say. We've got 2 women's matches coming up now. We've got the elimination 4-way right after this one.
And her opponent, accompanied by The Miz,
Of course.
representing the Mizfits. From Montreal, Quebec, Canada, she is the Divas Champion, Maryse.
Well, Maryse has decided to bring The Miz out to ringside, which I suppose, considering The Miz likes to bring Maryse to ringside, it's not really a surprise. She won't be able to assist him in the 4-way match tonight, though. That's going to have to be one that he does on his own. No Mizfits will be allowed to interfere in that 4-way matchup. I'm gonna have myself a drink, because I haven't had one yet.
Oh boy, look at the goal. This should be an outstanding match.
I think the reason I remembered liking Fatal 4-Way so much when they did it in real life. Hey, so if the cut there seems a little weird, I'm gonna just come clean and say, I got distracted thinking about the real life Fatal 4-Way. I don't know what I would have just been talking about before the cut. And I started looking at the results for it, because I wanted to like talk about it, because I think that's kind of a fun thing to do, you know? We're all the way back in 2010, reliving what happened in the real WWE, the real Fatal 4-Ways. I think that's kind of like a fun thing to look back at, like the real WrestleMania 27 stuff. Then you guys can tell me which show you liked more. Probably WWE's. They are always going to put on a better show than a fucking game.
I'm not sure I've ever seen a diva more adept at our craft.
Yeah, I was about to run down the card, and I looked up, and suddenly Natalya had taken advantage of the fact that I wasn't playing and locked me in a submission hold.
Oh, did you see the force
Cheap
behind that?
bastard. Like, I can't believe that. Pulled that shit on me.
And Maryse counters it.
That's just cheating, man.
WWE magazine out this month.
But yeah,
And
so
you'll find
anyway,
some
I'll give you a quick
about
rundown
all the
whilst I
superstars
can.
here at the WWE.
So Zack Ryder beat MVP in a dark match. I guess that doesn't really count, does it? Yeah, she's on like this. Just kind of snuck one in on me when I wasn't looking. Kofi Kingston retained the Intercontinental title against Drew McIntyre.
This match is being
That's
televised around the
disappointing. I
world
would
in
have preferred
18
McIntyre personally.
languages and in over 110
Alicia Fox won the Divas title. That's something I bet most people forget she ever even did. She beat Eve, who was the champion, as well as Gail, Kim, and Maryse. Gail Kim was still around this time. Evan Bourne beat Jericho in a singles match. Now that's weird. What the hell would their feud have been about? I don't remember that. Oh, I suppose, as I said before, I wasn't really watching in 2010, was I? So I don't know why I keep saying stuff like that. Rey Mysterio won the World Heavyweight title, beating Jack Swagger, Big Show, and CM Punk. Now, I'd like to see how he put. Well, I suppose it's not an elimination like these ones, so he didn't actually have to pin Big Show specifically. Oh yeah, Maryse. Whoops. The Miz retained the US title over R-Truth. The Hart Dynasty, which is including Natalya, as all three members, Hart, Smith, Natalya, and Tyson Kidd, defeated the Usos with Tamina. There's a weird alliance that I forgot about. Man, it took them ages to make it into a game then. Because they're DLC in 13. They were already getting their push with Tamina in 2010. I'm surprised they didn't make the cut for this one. And in the main event, Sheamus won the WWE title, which I think was his second WWE title win, beating John Cena, Edge, and Randy Orton. Quite a list of people from the beat. Typical Miz. You know, it's a disappointing outcome, but this is exactly what you can expect from the Mizfits. Keep the title on Maryse as much as possible by having the Miz keep getting her disqualified, and vice versa. Unbelievable. I can't believe that he did that. Downright disgusting. So yeah, let me know which Fatal 4-Way card you like more. I kept meaning to ask everybody what matches they were looking forward to the most at the event and then offer my predictions, but I kind of forgot to do that for this event. So sorry about that. That was my bad. But we're back, and it's time for the Women's Championship match, which I didn't actually have to customize. It's already set up in the game. I forgot. This match was like perfectly predicted by the game. Oh, it does mean that she comes out first, which I don't really like. Oh well.
The following contest is a fatal 4-way scheduled for one fall, and is for the WWE Women's Championship. Introducing first, from the other side of the darkness, the WWE Women's Champion, Tiny Storm.
I had to very slightly modify this match on the account of it featuring one of our customs. I decided against playing this match, as always, but I know that, like 4-way matches, they like to run outside and not actually fight. So, for this match only tonight, this elimination 4-way match will be a Falls Count Anywhere elimination 4-way. Oh, she's popular. That's good to see. Or here even. Yeah, I've decided to just make this one Falls Count Anywhere so that they can't screw around on the outside and waste time.
Introducing the challenger from Florida, McCool.
Every time I see that WWEDivas.com thing at the bottom, I'm just like, why? But why, though? What is the point? Was that even a real domain? Is that still a domain? I'm kind of curious. I'm going to have a look, but only because I'm curious. I don't actually want to look at it, because it's probably going to be a little weird, and I don't like the idea of that very much. So I'll probably bail on this really quick if it is legit. It just takes you to WWE.com. It just takes you to the homepage of their website. It's kind of what I expected. The thing is, I didn't really imagine it would be like super creepy. It would be like fucking bikini shots and shit, as it always was back then, wasn't it? There was like a thing, a bikini. Oh, I suppose they kind of stopped doing that because of PG around this time. Never mind.
From Carlsbad, California, Kharma.
So, this is my prediction to win this one, unfortunately. I'm sorry, Tiny Shiny. Got a lot of faith in you, but I just find her a little bit scary. and it's for that reason that I'm just gonna say I think she's quite a strong one, quite a strong contender. I think it was like the original Universe Series. Excuse me. I think it was like the original Universe Series I did, where she held the belt for like over a year. Just beat everyone. A very long entrance.
Introducing the challenger from Toronto, Ontario, Canada, Trish Stratus.
Like a really mild reaction for Trish Stratus. Get dunked on. Yeah, at some point I think I'm gonna have to unify the women's divisions, like unify the women's titles, because there actually aren't that many, if I'm not mistaken. There's like, I think as you go further in, it really does shrink down. So at some point, one of these titles will be retired, or at least put on hiatus for like a year, because they do eventually beef out. You know, look at 2K20. There's loads of them in that. There's so many I've never even heard of, and they're just all over the place.
And that's what it's all about. That's the prize
But
they're going after right there.
they definitely phase them out quite a bit as the years go on. I think it's around 2K16 that they start to push them a bit more, thanks to NXT. I already said I'm going to be sitting this one out.
25%. Each one of these
25%. Let's have a look, because then I can tell you guys right here and now when it is that I'm probably going to have to retire one of the women's divisions, and, well, the women's titles, and just make it all just one division. Let's see, WWE 13 roster. I know 15 I will definitely have to. I just don't know if it will be before 15. SmackDown Hotel is always the best for this stuff. It's got such a great breakdown, and it's got filters and stuff too. Shout out to SmackDown Hotel, you guys are the best. You're how I was able to find out that I was able to find out when to end the calendar years on this, because they actually give years next to all the arenas in the game to let you know like when they start and when they finish, which is really handy. So in this game there are, I think, there's currently 7 on each division, roughly 6 to 7. I think it's 13 in total, women, including Tiny Shiny, who I've got to add as an extra 1 in all of these, in the assumption that Tiny Shiny's not going anywhere in the future. So. Well, there would be an extra one, but I'm not using Vicky Guerrero, so there is that. So looking at WWE13's women's division, there is 4, 8, 12, 14. Yeah, it does include Stephanie McMahon, who I probably won't use. So just like Vicky Guerrero, that cuts it down to 13. But then with Tiny Shiny on top, that's 14. But then one of them I've just realised is a second Lita. There is Lita and Lita 2000. So actually it'll just be the same as this one. So they'll be fine, because this is coping just fine. The 2K14 roster. Shout out to the SmackDown Hotel once again.
Big move coming.
How many were there in? Oh yeah, 14 took a hit. Jesus, that is quite a huge hit. They went from having 14 women in the game to 10, and one of them is Stephanie,
Trish,
which I just don't want to use. You know, I'm entitled to that right. So that's what, 10? 10 women? I think a 5-woman division on each show would still kind of work. So I'd work with it. I wouldn't love it, but I'd still keep the women's titles the way they are. And then 2K15 I think is where I'd have to unify them then, because the roster in that game was really small on the account of it being the first in the new gen. Yeah, there's only going to be 9 on that one, plus Tiny Shiny for 10. So, I mean, again, I could work with it. It's a bit awkward because there's Cameron and Naomi, which are a team, and there's Nikki and Brie, which are a team. There's no Stephanie in this one. But I won't be using Paige. So there's 9 on that one. And I think it's from 16 onwards that they actually, yeah, they really beefed out in 16. Jeez, they went from having 10 to having 16. But then they did get quite a lot of complaints, I remember. There are still some that I'm not going to be using, like Paige and Stephanie McMahon.
What a vicious chop!
That's not bad. Not bad at all. And I think it just keeps getting bigger and bigger after that. Kind of curious how much it's grown over the years. That one was 16. Let's see how many there were in 17. I'm just really curious now. Oh my god. They went from 16 to 25. Wow, that's elite. Does that include any clones though? No. No, that's all individuals. Oh yeah, I've got to carry on now, haven't I? I've already sunk into it. 25. Oh Jesus, how many are there in 18? Whoa, that's huge. Okay, so 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 32. Wow, yeah, it really beefs out. But then I suppose you've also got NXT at that point as well. They really needed to broaden that out. Oh, why'd they ever get rid of renders? The like character model posed, they just don't look as good. Just use little PNGs of people.
Trish grabs the head off the ropes.
And 19. 4, 8, 12, 16, 32, 36, 40. 42. Wow.
1, 2.
Oh. Now came. That Michelle McCool that was out? Yeah, it was. I couldn't tell if that was Tiny Shiny or not because of the camera angle. So Michelle McCool is not becoming a 2-time champion.
All the pain that's been dealt appears to have finally
42 I said the last one was. I'm just curious. I'm right at the end of this now. I'm sorry to anyone, this is boring. I like looking at this kind of thing. 4, 8, 12, 16, 20,
the ribs and the lower back.
64. Oh, damn. Well, I'm sorry to... What? Come on, you already eliminated her.
What an incredible
Stop.
Sequence. Oh, no. Oh,
I think my prediction's about to come true.
Championship on the line.
Yeah.
Kharma is our new champion.
Admittedly, the 2K20's got loads, but it's got loads of clones too. You got 3 Baileys, 3 Becky Lynches, 5 Charlottes. My bad. 3 Natalyas, 2 Nia Jax, 3 Nikki Bellas. Jeez, okay, there's loads of clones, which kind of reduces it quite a bit. 5 Sasha Banks. Yeah, okay, that kind of takes away some of it. But yeah, so there you go, Kharma won the women's title. I'm sorry about that. So basically what I'm saying is I'm going back on my word. The women's divisions will be separated still. It's just that there'll only be 5 on each brand for a while. So there'll probably be a lot of similar matches. But we've been working with that as it is, because at the moment there's only 5 to 6 to 7. Kind of 5 to 7-ish is the average anyway. So it's not really much of a change. Anyway, I'm so sorry, Tiny Shiny. I wasn't expecting it to be so short-lived, but Kharma just had to come along and ruin it. I don't think she's going to be dropping that anytime soon, if I had to guess. Alright, well, we are back here at Fatal 4-Way, and so far we have seen one successful title defense in a match that was technically lost because of a disqualification. So far, no champions have actually managed to keep their titles intact successfully tonight. Because, yes, Maryse is still the Divas Champion, but no, she did not win her match against Natalya, and there will definitely be some kind of rematch in the future, I would have to guess. But here come the Mizfits.
The following contest is for the undisputed WWE Tag Team Championship. And introducing the challengers, Zack Ryder, Alex Ryder, and John Morrison.
The Mizfits. So, these are 3 of the 5 Mizfits that we know of. We've already seen Maryse in action, The Miz getting ready for his WWE title main event. He is not here tonight to support the Mizfits, however, John Morrison will be filling the role of The Miz as he looks to help his boys win the WWE Tag Team Championship and continue their takeover of SmackDown. We've not really seen a whole lot from the Altitude Alliance. I think they need to step their game up. Tonight's going to be a tough night for them.
And their opponents, the undisputed WWE Tag Team Champions, Kofi Kingston and Evan Bourne, the Alliance.
Yeah, I'd say the Altitude Alliance are definitely in for a really, really tough tag team title defense tonight. This is only their second ever time defending the championships, yet they're the longest reigning, which just goes to show how long they've been almost inactive as the tag team champions. They've passed their 30-day threshold since they were supposed to have defended them. They could have had them vacate at any given time. However, it was because of the tournament, which was apparently their idea, that they are able to get away with not defending them so frequently. But yes, apparently it was the Altitude Alliance's idea, as there were currently no one in contention for the tag team titles. They said, why not host a tournament, find the best possible tag team you can, and we'll beat them. We'll see if they can do that, won't we? Yeah, the Altitude Alliance have been WWE Tag Team Champions for a combined total of 72 days so far.
Starting this one off for his team.
They look to carry that on tonight. I mean, technically the longest reigning tag team champion of all time is The Miz with 105 days, but that's just him as on his own as he swapped partners halfway through the reign. As a tag team, they are the longest reigning champions.
Kofi's unorthodox offense has racked up quite a record here in the WWE since debuting.
They had a great match against Mark Henry and is that really weird? Mark Henry and R-Truth at Over the Limit. But tonight they're up against an incredibly motivated tag team. The only upside, which could also be a downside when you look at it, it could be either really, that the Altitude Alliance have, is that the Mizfits have been in 2 matches prior to this one this week. From beating Mark Henry and R-Truth to beating the Road Warriors, that's what brings them to this point now. Every title matters in the grand scheme of the Mizfits, and they want them all. Except for the Cruiserweight title. For some reason they've completely taken their focus off of that one. Not really sure what that's all about.
And the ref sees the tag. Oh, what an incredible move!
See, now the reason why I say that could also be a disadvantage to the Altitude Alliance is because they've been out of action since Over the Limit, which is 3 weeks ago. They've not been competing at all for 3 straight weeks. Whereas the Mizfits, they've been competing week in, week out to get to this point. Yes, they might be more tired out, but they also might just be more motivated. They might be more in the correct mindset to win the WWE Tag Team titles, which I think we're definitely seeing right now. Alex Riley and Zack Ryder have had a lot of time to work on their tag team work, basically. A lot more time than Evan Bourne and Kofi Kingston will have had, that's for sure.
Alex Riley, of course, had a great working relationship with The Miz, one that taught this up-and-comer so much about our business. What a match!
Kofi trying to get the tag to Bourne, but of course Zack Ryder takes exceptional notice of that. Zack Ryder, as a former Cruiserweight Champion, has actually beaten both Evan Bourne and Kofi Kingston in the past. He won his first ever Cruiserweight title from a match against Kofi Kingston. He then went on to lose it to Kingston, only to win it back from Kingston. I'm sure he's dealt with Evan Bourne in the past too.
Right on the shoulder. You know that bone in there, the clavicle, is extremely easy to break. Too slow.
It's seen a very strong side of the Mizfits tonight.
And he fights out of it.
This is a lot less competitive than than the usual Altitude Alliance match.
Hey, Riley.
Oh boy. Riley's already looking to finish it.
Oh, face first. Snapping the neck and head back. Great move by A-Rod. One, his partner's being punished and he's seen it up.
Good that Kofi was there to break that up. That would have definitely been it.
The referee getting involved now. What's he planning here?
Alex Riley. I don't think we've ever really seen anyone do this
I
before.
love the potential of Alex Riley. This guy's got it all. Charisma, look, and ability.
Alex Riley taking it upon himself to take out the illegal man. This is a weird strategy.
And this is too much. How do you even hope to withstand this type of attack? Quit running your mouth and let them do this thing.
Oh, Jesus. Hell of a clothesline. It's just got this out for trying to eliminate Kofi Kingston. It's definitely a different and more valid strategy. Credit where due. I've not seen anyone try to do it, but it makes sense. They don't want him to ever get tagged in, so they just take him out before he gets tagged in.
And there's the count.
Referee can't really do anything about it because the match has just kind of turned into chaos. Kofi's trying to get out of the ring, as he's technically not supposed to be in there, and it can get them disqualified.
Watch it. Oh man, targeting the ribs and the lower back. That just takes all of the. Oh, what timing! A few more seconds, and this would have been.
Oh, there you go. Well, I suppose Kofi fighting back. The distraction was worth it.
The high flyer from St. Louis, Missouri, lives and dies with his unpredictable offense. Intercepted.
Yeah, I've been to St. Louis. Ain't all that.
We got a tag. Thus far, this has been a phenomenal championship contest. Who will win? Who's going home with the title?
I'm joking, of course. I have been to St. Louis, I think. I can't remember. I was very young. Ugh. The hell is Kofi doing?
And he finally gets out of the ring.
That wasn't very smart, was it, Kofi?
Again, the championship
Tagged the man that has beaten Kofi in multiple championship matches in the past. I don't think you want that tag, to be honest. Kofi Bourne is worn out.
He's in big trouble here, pinned in the corner and eating haymakers. When you face Kingston, you hope to ground it and to regulate that controlled frenzy. Well, you can hope
Kofi Kingston does hold a championship victory over Evan Bourne. He has done it before. It's not the complete unthinkable.
It's a big fight feel here in this arena. The WWE Universe hanging on every move. Kofi watch it, and he powers out.
Ooh.
Kofi's
Nice offense.
Has racked up quite a record here in the WWE since debuting in early 2008.
Still to come after this, we got the first of the two World Championship Fatal 4-Way matches. Jack Swagger championship reign in serious jeopardy as he faces off against Kevin Nash, Batista, and Randy Orton in an elimination Fatal 4-Way for his title. After losing to Randy Orton and the rest of the legacy in a 3-on-2 this Monday, I don't think that Jack Swagger's in the best mindset for that 4-way either.
Fiber of his being, refusing to submit. Man, this has been a great matchup.
Well, that didn't last long for Kofi. There you go. Give them a taste of their own medicine. Fight back in their corner. Put him in the tree of woe for some reason.
And he has to make a tag to his fresh partner.
Black Rider's getting the hell beaten out of him.
Look, he's still going. How? How is this
I
possible?
think this is exactly what the Attitude Alliance needed. They needed Kofi Kingston in the ring.
Uh-oh, this is bad.
Well, that's one way to make sure Kofi can't tag back out.
Kofi. Not this time. Big move coming. Here's the pin. Title on the line.
And John Morrison fulfilling the role of the Miz to perfection. And there you go, Rough Rider on Kofi Kingston. This match has now turned into a complete and utter mess.
Last leg here. Zack Ryder. A perfect drop kick. Kofi's
Oh damn, here comes Kofi. Make no mistake about it. Oh damn, nice reversal though. Come on, ref, count the pin. Count the pin.
1, 2.
And that's it.
Zack
Zack Ryder capitalizing with a perfectly timed pin reversal off of Kofi Kingston's comeback sequence. And the Mizfits have captured tag team gold.
Here are your winners and the new undisputed WWE Tag Team Champions. Representing the Mizfits, Zack Ryder, Alex Riley, and John Morrison.
I mean, I wouldn't credit John Morrison as a champion, no, but the Mizfits have captured the WWE Tag Team Championships. They've done exactly what they were set out to do. Apparently that's just the beginning for the Mizfits, but the worst part of all is that they're going to really begin gloating now because they have officially now earned the title of the greatest tag team on SmackDown. They won the entire tournament featuring every tag team on SmackDown, and then they beat the only team that wasn't in the tournament as well. Ooh, they're going to have a lot to brag about on Friday. Okay, I'm ready for this one. The first of the two World Championship Fatal 4-Ways begins in just a moment. I can't wait until next year where we can have brand separate pay-per-views. I think that's a better approach. I always think that's a better approach. Because then not every match needs to be for a title. You can actually build rivalries, just general rivalries. I look forward to when I can set those up. That's the only reason they haven't happened yet.
Contest is a fatal four-way scheduled for one fall, and is for the World Heavyweight Championship. And introducing the challenger from Detroit, Michigan, weighing 308 pounds, Kevin Nash.
And just in case anyone's curious, yeah, the only reason that there hasn't been like a Raw and a SmackDown specific pay-per-view is because you can't actually set them up in 12. But the moment that you can, which is just 13, it's not that far away, then absolutely I will. Well, there he is, the big bad booty. That's not his nickname. The big daddy cool, big sexy, as he likes to call himself, Kevin Nash, out first for this four-way matchup. Eliminations apply. Last man standing wins the World Heavyweight title. Here's the guy that beat Kevin Nash this Monday.
Introducing the challenger from Washington, D.C., weighing 290 pounds, the Animal,
Batista, in my mind, is the person that I want to see win this match. My heart says Randy Orton will become a 3-time champion. But I also just have this very slight gut feeling that Jack Swagger will find a way to keep his World Heavyweight Championship. My foot is insistent that Kevin Nash could do. I just wanted to leave, didn't want to leave the poor guy out. I just didn't believe that it was his time yet. Which means he'll probably be the one that wins. I'm sure him and Brock Lesnar have got some unfinished business in the future, though. Let's not forget about that. Kevin Nash wins, and Brock Lesnar is coming straight for that title, even though he too is very new still.
And introducing the challenger from St. Louis, Missouri, weighing 245 pounds, Randy Orton.
Well, whether he'll show it on his face or not, I imagine that man is very proud of his tag team partner Cody Rhodes winning the United States Championship at the start of the show. And for this being Raw's final match of the night, I think it would be perfect for Randy Orton to capture the World Heavyweight Championship. Leave the legacy looking strong again, something that Orton has been dying to achieve. He wants people to take notice, to remember who they are. This is the man that defeated The Undertaker to become World Heavyweight Champion for the second time inside Hell in a Cell at WrestleMania in the main event. So there's no one to be laughed at. Randy Orton is a very, very big deal. I've got the Bernie eyes. Been a while. Oh, probably yeah, I think my glasses need cleaning. That's usually what that means. I'm like, whoa, my eyes are really burning. It's because they're straining really hard past all the shit that's on my glasses.
And their opponent from Perry, Oklahoma, weighing 263 pounds, is the World Heavyweight Champion, the All-American Jack Swagger.
Sometimes you just get those matches where you just worry about one of the people in them, and right now that's this match for Jack Swagger. I could see Jack Swagger coming out of this four-way match with an injury. I could see him joining Ezekiel Jackson, Dolph Ziggler, and The Undertaker on the injured list. He's up against three very dangerous people. He's going to do whatever it takes to be still the World Heavyweight Champion. I just don't think that this is a good match for Jack Swagger. Ah yes, that beautiful SmackDown blue for this Raw Championship. Boy, they really didn't think that one through, did they?
Oh boy, look at the goal. This should be an outstanding match.
Well, good luck, Swagger. That's all I have to say about this matter. Good luck, Swagger. Knock 'em dead, Batista.
These four competitors are all set to go. Remember, fatal four-way rules.
So we see Kevin Nash, Randy Orton, and Batista all kind of tying up on the inside of the ring, but you notice that one man has decided to immediately step outside the ring, and I think we now know exactly what his strategy was when it came to this four-way match. Just gonna hide behind the action and let the other three deal with it.
Remind everybody, there are no countouts.
Randy Orton trying to track down Jack Swagger, who is making sure that he stays as far away from the competition as possible.
Good job getting to the ropes there.
I suppose this is definitely an approach. It's not the most respectable approach, but it works. There are no disqualifications, so Jack Swagger grabbing a steel chair is perfectly legal.
In a boot to the gut.
He has every right to actually do that, whether it feels like it or not.
Oh man, cutting off circulation to the
And
brain.
Randy Orton tried coming near Jack Swagger, so I guess there was only one real plan Jack Swagger had in mind.
Flesh meat once more. Uh-oh. There's the suplex.
And it looks like now Swagger's being forced to deal with the situation at hand as Randy Orton has decided to lock up with him on the outside. Now, there are no falls count anywhere in any of the other matches, and thankfully, the women's match didn't even actually end up featuring it in the end.
Good Lord, he's just hell-bent on naming his
Jack
opponent.
Swagger's going to try and remove Randy Orton from this match nice and quick, it seems.
Orton's been opened up. Right now, his head must be screaming in agony. Big move coming.
I think if there's one guy that Swagger's probably the most afraid of, it's Kevin Nash. You always fear the unknown, and that's someone that he's never faced before.
Batista punishes him.
Swagger's strategy obviously also in place here. If you don't go in the ring, you can't be eliminated.
With purpose. Des press, and the fists come raining down. Watch it. He looks fired up here. Hey!
Oh
Wow,
boy.
He was just about to get his head taken off.
Swagger now trying to protect his world title.
Gosh, did you see his head? Somehow, some way, he figured out a way to make this even more violent.
And it looks like Jack Swagger's decided to finally step up. He's gotten what he wants. One of them's bleeding. They've worn each other out a little bit. Now it's his time to capitalize. Even not capitalized. I don't know where the D came from.
Spine first.
No one ever knows where the D came from.
Oh, look out! Swagger demonstrating skill.
That's a very hopeful move there. Well, Randy Orton is definitely showing a lot of signs of hurt in the early going of this match.
And Orton drops him right on the back of his skull.
I don't really want to be dealing with another injury, but we might be.
Oh man, what impact from that?
Man, imagine what a loss that would be for the legacy if Randy Orton was the one that got taken out with an injury next.
Oh no, no! Don't do this! Don't do this!
It seems like Swagger's got his sights set on trying to take out Kevin
Big
Nash.
sexy. Oh no! Oh gosh,
It's not really the best target, and it's not really going to make the most sense, but I guess you want to get rid of the biggest and the baddest first.
And I'm sure that's closer than he wanted to get to the title.
Oh boy. Jack Swagger just signing people up for injuries.
Man, I thought he was done for.
Oh jeez, nicely landed belly to belly on the steel chair.
Hey! Ouch, that's gotta hurt. Big knockdown to Kevin Nash. Not another chin
I guess
shot.
this isn't really surprising.
And he's in a tough predicament. Wait a minute! Refusing to give in there. What sheer
Oh, that took strength. Where's that side of Jack Swagger when you need him? Oh my god.
Nice reversal. Steel and flesh meet once more.
He's trying everything in his power to take out Kevin Nash. That much is for clear. Is very clear, even. For clear.
Devastating shot to the spine and back. What a counter. It seems
Oh,
like Randy
nice.
Orton's mind is always plotting. Look at this. Oh gosh, look at that cut. Batista looking to
Oh jeez. Oh god. I think we're looking at our first elimination.
Batista bomb.
Well, there goes Kevin Nash. Never mind. Jack Swagger actually managed to outlast someone I really didn't think he would. Jack Swagger's also now just surviving because Batista got distracted by Randy Orton rather than going for the pin.
Have definitely taken their toll. Well, I don't know if the head was intentionally focused on, but it definitely took a lot of damage. Watch this.
And now, looking to put him away.
Look at this.
The Animal was going for the Batista bomb, but then it was countered out of nowhere. And there's the technique of the two-time All-American.
Jack Swagger gonna seriously try and get an elimination off on Batista now. Oh, okay. I think we've just said goodnight to Jack Swagger. World Heavyweight title at stake. And that's it. Another new champion confirmed for Raw.
He is definitely going to have the
Submission locked in, and this might be it.
So it's going to be Randy Orton in his third reign, or Batista's finally going to win the big one. Whoa, my voice has been cracking a lot. Big one. Sound like that dude from The Simpsons.
What an impact from that kick. Uh-oh.
I definitely don't think it could have came down to two bigger and better people. These two have been kind of like, in my opinion, the heart and soul of Raw. And I'm really disappointed to see that Jack Swagger's not going to be still the World Heavyweight Champion. I think he was really making waves with that title. I don't know if he'll ever get that close to it again.
Scary when he realizes he's in control.
But it would also be quite poetic for Randy Orton to capture the championship alongside Cody. I think that's exactly what we're getting.
RKO, the Viper strikes.
Okay, maybe not. He's not going to go for the pin.
Randy Orton, a victim of his own dirty deeds.
Oh. Dropped him right on top of the gold. Oh, Randy Orton has taken a hell of a beating tonight. I'm really worried about injuries now. I don't want any more. Please, no. Especially not these two.
Orton. Telegraphed.
Nice, well-placed kick to the
He
ribs.
countered that and made it look easy.
Nobody can play the power game like Batista.
If I were Orton, I would have pinned off that RKO, and I think the fact that he's now in a state of crisis, that's his own damn fault. Batista's got him up. There's the Batista bomb. I think Batista's finally done it. Yeah, it looks like it. Here's the pin. And Batista, at long last, is the World Heavyweight Champion. He has been chasing World Championship gold since the first episode back in November, and he's finally captured it. Please don't be injured, either of you. Just because he won doesn't mean he won't be injured. I don't want any more injuries, please. So Batista is finally the World Heavyweight Champion. An emotional victory. My God, I mean, it's been a lot of work. Safe to say. Okay, good. No injuries. Whew, I can breathe now. Okay. We've got one more match coming up, and so far not a single person has successfully pinned and won their match and kept their title. Maryse only won because of a disqualification. Will that change in the main event as John Cena is set to face off against Christian, Stone Cold Steve Austin, and The Miz in our main event next? Okay, so slight update. I've decided I'm not going to play anyone in this match. This one will also be a Falls Count Anywhere elimination fatal 4-way. It's the main event. John Cena defending the WWE title up against Stone Cold Steve Austin, The Miz, Christian. I can't wait to see who comes out with the gold.
From Cleveland, Ohio, weighing 231 pounds, The Miz.
Miz claims it is the Mizfits' destiny to run SmackDown, to have every piece of gold available on that show. At the moment, they got 2 out of 5. Still got to capture the Intercontinental, the WWE, and whether they like it or not, if they want every championship on SmackDown, the Cruiserweight as well, maybe even the ECW title. It's technically a part of SmackDown. Okay, very weird scrambled up order that these people are coming out in.
From West Newbury, Massachusetts, weighing 240 pounds, is the WWE
John Cena holds the WWE title today. It marks 1 month since he won it. Apparently, 28 days, which is 4 weeks, which is a month. That's what I'm going off of. He defends the title tonight for the first time since winning it from Christian back at Over the Limit. The man has narrowly escaped The Undertaker on many occasions, including tonight. But we'll see if he can survive this challenge that's ahead of him. Stone Cold Steve Austin and Christian still due to come out.
And introducing the challenger from Toronto, Ontario, Canada, weighing 227 pounds, Christian.
What an incredible performance from Christian on Friday. Really just did amazing in the gauntlet. I was so happy for him. You know, he may have lost to Stone Cold Steve Austin, but I think he definitely made a believer out of Austin. I think that there was definitely, I wouldn't say an alliance or a friendship, but mutual respect is what I'd say for each other coming out of that one. Christian has really turned a new page since dropping the championship. He claims that it kind of got the best of him and that he'll be a better champion the second time around if the people want that and if it can happen. Tonight, he's up against The Miz, John Cena, and Austin, and that is really not going to be an easy one. Christian is definitely the least likeliest to win this. I mean, the guy's got some great accolades, you know, he's the first ever Royal Rumble winner, won the WWE title at WrestleMania. He's definitely great, but John Cena has really been a beast, and Stone Cold Steve Austin, he's only ever lost 3 matches. And The Miz, I mean, he's a former 180-day reign champion. Whoa. Where'd you come from? What's going on? I don't like this. Oh, okay. Oh, never mind. I guess there isn't any mutual respect. I was wrong. Austin wanted to start this one quick. He ain't gonna wait. And it looked like it was Christian that he went for first. That's what I'm going with. Austin rushed the ring and he just wanted to get this one started. He's ready to become WWE Champion in his eyes. And of course John Cena capitalizing on the damage that was done to Christian with that attack. Of course. How great would it be for Christian to be the one to eliminate John Cena in this match, whether he wins or loses, to pin the guy that has brought his career down so much. I think it would be a very satisfactory moment for Christian if I had to guess.
Ooh. Oh, what a shot! Not this time. Is displaying viciousness here tonight.
Well, I'm very interested in seeing who comes out of this one on top. I really, you know, originally going into this, my predictions were, if I had to rank everyone, it would originally have been Undertaker at number 1. No, sorry, Stone Cold at number 1 regardless. Because, I mean, the guy's just unstoppable. Undertaker at number 2, John Cena at number 3, and Christian at number 4. Whereas now, yeah, probably the same, to be honest. Just replace Undertaker with The Miz. Although I don't know, Christian's shown a lot of motivation, so actually I'd maybe put him above Cena. Cena's just a coward.
And that one hurt his hand. Uh-oh. Oh, tremendously painful move to the spine.
Go for the guy that's been attacked before the match and make sure that's the only guy you're dealing with. That's the John Cena way. Stone Cold Steve Austin's like, hey, there's a guy here. He's a former longest reigning champion. Oh, okay. Well, oh, hello. Stone Cold Stunner on Christian.
Wait a minute. Refusing to give in there.
Oh, Christian's able to recover. That's good.
I don't get that. Why break it up this early? If I was in a match like this, I'd want my opponents to get as worn down as quickly as possible.
I don't even know if that was necessarily a targeted attack on Christian. I think Stone Cold Steve Austin, he was just going for anyone he possibly could.
Them both throughout the match. Uh-oh, this is bad. The WWE Championship is on the line. Too slow.
Oh, head attempt by the Miz on Christian has definitely had a lot of damage done to him. No surprise that he's out already. Unfortunately, he just didn't come into this very fairly.
Hey! And he fights out of it. He breaks the hold.
That was my number 4 prediction out. My least likeliest to win didn't win. Still put my money on Stone Cold Steve Austin. Number 2, I'd say probably The Miz, and number 3, John Cena. I just don't think Cena's going to be able to handle being outnumbered like this. People don't like him.
WWE fans in attendance. Each and every one of them are having a great time tonight.
I know he holds a victory over Stone Cold Steve Austin, but Austin had already been through Christian heading into that match. Doesn't really prove anything.
Michael, be honest with me for once. Why do you love The Miz? He's the greatest superstar of all time. Plus, he likes me. Oh, man. Let's not forget, this is for the WWE Championship. Whoa! And he fights his way out.
Well, things kind of get a little awkward when it's a triple threat, because there's always that one guy that's just kind of on the side. And I think there was some kind of, I don't know, rollout feature where they roll out of the ring and go catch their breath. That would be pretty neat, wouldn't it? It's a shame that will probably never happen.
I think after that, I'd be searching in my tights for a white flag I could wave. And he does it one more time.
Oh, damn. That's a nice little combo by Austin and The Miz, whether they wanted it or not.
Giving it absolutely everything they've got. And there's tremendous impact to the back of the skull.
Miz is determined to capture the goal for the Mizfits, and I think that's something that's really going to drive him to make it to the final 2.
He's a winner.
I just don't see Cena making it through these 2. I'm sorry, I don't. I would be downright shocked if Stone Cold Steve Austin was pinned by either of these 2 tonight.
No! Oh man, that neck's gotta be hurt after that.
Before, obviously, making it to the final 2 at least. If it came down to Miz and Cena, I would be surprised.
Jeez, lights out. And he breaks the hold, keeping himself in the match. Big move coming. Spine first.
Now, the Falls Count Anywhere is just a backup in case this fight ends up on the outside. Doesn't necessarily mean that it will. And so far tonight we have seen new United States Champion in Cody Rhodes, new Women's Champion in Kharma, new Tag Team Champions in the Mizfits, Zack Ryder and Alex Riley, and a new World Heavyweight Champion in Batista, which leaves us to wonder if we'll be seeing a new WWE Champion. So many new champions tonight, almost like a reset button's been hit across Raw and SmackDown. Oh, it's been 10 minutes already. That was quick.
There's the submission. This might be it. Ladies and gentlemen, The Miz is indeed the most must-see
Very nice.
WWE superstar ever.
Austin telling these fans exactly what he thinks of them. I'm kidding. He's a good guy.
There's no disqualification.
Oh, damn. Spiking DDT. Oh, the one thing I could see helping Cena is the only one here that's got a comeback. I think that might be the thing that helps him win, actually. I mean, he's got to connect with it, too. Not enough to just have it.
This is a grueling championship match. Nobody wants to lose this opportunity.
The Miz is now beginning to show signs of hurt before either of these 2, so maybe The Miz will be the next to go. Maybe I'll be wrong in thinking that Cena won't make it to the final 2.
The legends and Hall of Famers that have come before, The Miz is better than all of them. Well, The Miz is the evolution of our craft. Quite honestly, that makes me sick to my stomach. This man has no respect for anybody or anything but himself.
Austin. Okay, looking to just take The Miz out here and now.
One, and Miz kicks out.
Not quite.
You can see the wear and tear that this fight has taken out of these men.
Great, because I don't know if they've got signatures, finishes, anything. I don't know how far along they are in this match. It could all end in a matter of seconds. Oh, Miz busting Austin open now. think I might have to be right back in a second.
That's not good.
And we're back.
Battle this has been.
Carry on this four-way matchup.
Anything goes match.
What an eye rake. What a bad man.
John Cena.
That John Cena.
He knows what has to be done.
Bad man he is. Just like that song that he made once about being a bad man.
Don't get scared. Let them tear each other apart. This match isn't close to being done. He's the most controversial superstar.
Oh, this could be a
in
difference
WWE
maker.
history. There is
Never
only
mind, Austin's
one
getting right the
John
hell
Cena.
back in there. He ain't creating any separation from the other two. Why did you do that, Cena? Why?
How much more extreme will this match become?
I'm very curious how long this match will go for. I feel like this one's like a definite injury to whoever gets eliminated last, because there's just too much competition, too much damage. Imagine if the Mizfits lost the Miz. Oh my god.
The referee is powerless to stop this one.
That'd be awful. That'd really throw a wrench in everything.
John Cena evokes more emotion out of our fans than anybody in WWE history.
You leave Austin alone, damn it. He's winning this match in my mind.
Like to have fun with it. Watch it.
Anyone but you, Cena. You cheated your way to the top. You don't deserve that title. Oh god, that's the move that beat Christian. Cena actually, I think, just saved the Miz. Oh. Never mind that. Oh, yes! Come on, pin him, pin him, pin him. Don't get screwed over by the Miz. No! Fuck.
He's trying to clear out the cobwebs. His head has to be screaming. The tide has turned again. They're going to fight to the end.
I want a new champion. I've already had so many more. I want another one.
Cena.
I really like Stone Cold and The Miz. A lot more than Cena. I mean, I like Cena, don't get me wrong. I just don't like Universe Cena. I'm supposed to not like him. I'm a commentator. I actually don't mind if he wins at all. That's why I'm not playing the match. Oh, damn! Stunner and a skull-crushing finale, and no one's gonna pin him. So many opportunities being squandered. Bye, Miz. No, you're not gonna get pinned either. Austin. I'm from Boston. My name's Austin. Pin him. Just pin him. I want it to come down to a one-on-one. I don't like triple threats.
Wow, that axe handle had some force behind it.
Come on, I gotta go record Redacted after this. I need time to be able to record Redacted. I haven't recorded it yet, and I've already done both SmackDown and this. Because I wanted to do these, because I liked the idea of Fatal 4. Yes, yes, yes! There you go. Stone Cold Steve Austin has eliminated John Cena, and now it comes down to this. Either the leader of the Misfits, The Miz, becomes the WWE Champion, or Stone Cold Steve Austin wins the title he has been working his way. I think he's just won it, just right there and then, actually. Well, there you go. That is going to be one insanely difficult champion to dethrone. He has only ever been pinned 3 times.
Here is your winner, and the new WWE Champion,
Oh, jeez.
Stone Cold Steve Austin.
The SmackDown roster has just been put on notice because Stone Cold Steve Austin is the top dog to beat. Good luck to the Mizfits on their takeover. I don't think that's going to be happening anytime soon. Especially if I get an injury cutscene in a couple seconds. Okay, good. The Miz is not injured. So Stone Cold Steve Austin is the new WWE Champion as he fulfills what he's been pursuing for months now since coming to SmackDown. It's going to be very interesting to see the changed landscape on these 2 shows. But for now, that's it. Let's check the rankings and stuff. And the news, of course. What a show. I was definitely looking forward to that one, and I think it pulled off exactly what I was looking forward to very well. I was not disappointed. Okay, so Dolph Ziggler's been injured. The doctors have concluded recovery is hopeless. I wonder if this will be the end of his career. We've seen that line before, so I'm starting to not take that very seriously. Natalya defeated The Miz in what was a David and Goliath victory. Not quite. Kharma has won the Women's Championship. The Mizfits have won the Tag Championship. That is not who won them. Zack Ryder defeated Kofi Kingston in what was a David and Goliath victory. Batista has won the World Heavyweight Championship, and Stone Cold has won the WWE Championship. He has not turned his back on the fans. I will be turning him right back to a face. He's not randomly turning heel for attacking Christian. No. So, let's have a look, shall we? So from Raw, Tiny Shiny is now obviously the top contender. Michelle McCool takes a step back as the number 2. Alicia Fox goes above Trish Stratus. I'm not really sure why. The tag division, the Disciples of Darkness moved up for some reason, based on this show. I don't know why. Cody Rhodes is the champion. Ted's the top contender. I don't think so. Daniel Bryan, McIntyre, and McGillicuddy all just kind of took a step back. And in terms of the welterweight title, Batista is the champion now. Randy Orton is number 1. Edge remains at number 2. Kevin Nash goes from 1 to 3. Punk takes a drop. Swagger's all the way at 6 now. Ouch. Apparently Big Show's gone up, Kane's gone up. McIntyre's taken a drop for some reason. No, sorry. No, they've all taken a drop for Jack Swagger to be there. Right, yeah, I see. Sorry, I got the numbers mixed up for a second. Which means that Steamboat's also taken a drop, as has Mason Ryan and Sheamus. And then where Cody hits, it's where it stays the same. Regal dropped by 2. Daniel Bryan has dropped another 1. DiBiase's actually gone up a rank. Axe and Smash continue to drop. Kozlov drops. Jetstar taking a drop. Nemesis remains at 21. And from there, it looks like they're all the same. Okay. Not really sure why most of that happened. Maryse is still the champion, and there has been no change in that. The champions are now apparently the Road Warriors. Well, this is news to me. I did not know this. They're not if you're on this screen, but they are if you're on this screen. So that's why I just try not to pay any attention to the tag rankings. I'm gonna just stop looking at them. Ryder has found his way up to number 2, which happened on SmackDown, and that's all the same. Cena is still the number 1 contender. Triple H is still number 2. Austin at 3. Morrison has shot up to number 4. I'm not really sure why or how. Eddie Guerrero has taken a drop. The Miz has taken... Oh, he's gone up a rank. Christian's taken a drop. Okay. He's dropped by a couple. The Rock is still the same. Del Rio's gone up, which I am not okay with. He'll be losing some matches soon. Michaels has dropped from 6 to 10. Jeez. R-Truth from 9 to 11. What the hell happened here? Arn Anderson's gone up by 1. Vader's gone up by 1. Mark Henry's dropped by 2. Wade Barrett's the same. Hawk's increased by 2. Animals dropped by 1. Very strange. Gold Dust has dropped by 1. Sin Cara's the same. Ryder's gone up. Tyson Kidd's just swapped places with Ryder. And from there, it looks like they are all the same. We've got 28 on both brands at the moment because of all these injuries. Crazy. So, what's the preview for Raw? I should have known. Nothing. The preview for Raw is nothing because it just won't stop booking these. Which, by the way, there's another injured fella getting booked in a match. I'd just let these happen, but no. It's like cross-brand stuff, and it's just a mess. Like, that, okay, they had a rivalry a while back. I could see why that woman's being booked. I don't know where this came from. Tyson Kidd used to be on Raw, but Del Rio has never been on Raw, so I don't know where this match came from. Santino and Cody have never been allies. I don't know who that mystery guy could possibly be. And then they're all on SmackDown, and they've not been on Raw in this entire game that I've been doing. Because they were on Raw on 11. The draft happened in 11. They never were on Raw when they were in this game. So I just don't know where these matches came from. But we're now going to begin the build to Money in the Bank, which is 4 weeks away. As we are coming to the end of June. So, thanks for joining me. these are the new champions. Quite a bit of a change, definitely. And I'll see you guys on the next episode when lots of stuff takes place. Bye, everybody.